The butterfly effect. Small actions, big consequences. Imagine you're standing in line at your favorite coffee shop, deciding whether to order a small or a large coffee. You decide on the smaller one, and as you leave, you bump into a stranger who drops their keys. You both laugh about it and chat for a minute. Little do you know, that brief interaction sparks a chain of events that will completely alter the course of your day. Maybe that person you met turns out to be someone you've been trying to reconnect with for years, and your casual meeting leads to a new opportunity. This is the butterfly effect, how the smallest, most insignificant actions can create huge changes. Let's say you decide not to take the usual route to work one day and take a new shortcut instead. During your drive, you witness a car accident that you can help prevent, saving someone's life. Had you chosen to take your normal route, you might never have encountered that life-changing event. It's a chain reaction triggered by a small choice, like the flap of a butterfly's wings causing a storm on the other side of the world. The butterfly effect reminds us of how interconnected our lives are. Even the smallest moments can set off reactions that ripple out and shape our future in ways we could never predict. 5. The bystander effect. Why we don't always help. Imagine you're walking down a busy street when you see a person collapse. You think, I should help, but then you notice that no one else is rushing to assist. It's as if the crowd is frozen in place, all watching but no one moving. This is the bystander effect, a social phenomenon where individuals are less likely to offer help when other people are present. One famous case of the bystander effect happened in New York in 1964, when a woman named Kitty Genovese was attacked and murdered outside her apartment. Neighbors heard her screams, but no one intervened or called for help. It was later discovered that there were multiple witnesses, but they didn't act because they assumed someone else would. The bystander effect happens when people feel less personal responsibility in a group. It's strange because we assume that in a crisis, people would naturally step forward to help. But the bystander effect shows that we often wait for others to act first, and in the process, no one does anything. 6. Doppelgängers, meeting your exact double. Imagine walking down the street and catching sight of someone you know, only to realize that the person you saw wasn't actually them. It's like looking into a mirror and seeing your own reflection, but it's not you, it's someone else, wearing the same clothes with the same mannerisms. This is the phenomenon of doppelgängers, when you come across someone who looks exactly like you. One strange example comes from a man who was traveling in a foreign country. He walked into a cafe, and to his shock, he saw someone who looked exactly like him, sitting at a table, having a conversation with the same gestures and expressions. The man was so startled that he approached the doppelganger, only to realize that they didn't know each other and had never met before. It was as if there were two versions of himself walking the earth. Doppelgangers are often considered supernatural, or at least unsettling. It's hard to fathom that there could be someone out there who looks exactly like you, and it raises questions about identity and fate. 7. Sleep paralysis, trapped between dreaming and waking. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, unable to move or speak. Your body feels completely paralyzed, but your mind is wide awake. You try to scream for help, but no sound comes out. As if that's not terrifying enough, you feel the presence of something dark or even see shadowy figures standing near you. This is sleep paralysis, a phenomenon where your brain wakes up before your body is fully awake. One person reported experiencing sleep paralysis and feeling an evil figure standing at the foot of their bed. They couldn't move, but they were completely aware of the presence. Another person claimed to have felt someone pressing down on their chest, making it hard to breathe. The terrifying part is the sense of helplessness, as your mind is awake, but your body is trapped in sleep mode. Sleep paralysis is a glitch in the transition between the sleep and wake states. It's incredibly unsettling because your body is still locked in the paralysis of REM sleep, but your mind is alert, aware of your surroundings, and even hallucinating. 8. Spontaneous human combustion. When people burst into flames. Imagine you're sitting in a living room with a friend, chatting away, when suddenly, out of nowhere, a fire erupts around them, and in an instant they're engulfed in flames. But here's the catch: there's no clear source of ignition. The furniture, the floor, and the rest of the room remain untouched. This bizarre phenomenon, known as spontaneous human combustion, has baffled scientists and left many terrified. One of the most famous cases occurred in 1951, when a woman named Mary Reesser was found in her armchair, almost completely burned to ashes, while the rest of the room was barely scorched. No one could explain how her body combusted in such a bizarre manner. Theories range from chemical reactions to extreme levels of internal heat, but there's still no solid explanation for why some people seem to spontaneously burst into flames while everything around them remains untouched. What makes spontaneous human combustion so terrifying is the sheer randomness of it. There's no way to predict it, no warning signs. It's as though something deep within the body triggers an uncontrollable fire that can't be stopped. It challenges everything we know about fire and human physiology.